So here we will be learning how to multiply binomials by using algebra tiles. So first we're going to go over what each of the different tiles represents. The smallest tile is the 1 tile, and it just represents the plus 1 in an equation. For example, if you have 3x plus 1, this would be the plus 1. The next tile is representative of x, and as you can tell, it's written in the middle of the shape, and this one is just a rectangle. And finally, we have the bigger square, and this represents x squared, which makes sense if we think of the side length as being x, because then when you find the area of a square, you multiply length times height, which would give you x squared. And the only other thing you need to remember is, in this case, the orange side represents our positive values, whereas the darker side is going to stand for the negative values throughout the problem. So first we are going to try to find the product of the quantity 2x plus 1 times x plus 3. I started off by making sort of a T-chart with the black lines, and now we will represent the first binomial, 2x plus 1, along the left side. So since it's 2x, we will need 2 of our x tiles, and the plus 1 is represented by a 1 tile. And next we have x plus 3, so we will use 1 x tile and 3 individual 1 tiles. So now we must multiply the left side times the top. When we multiply x times x, we get x squared. So we will place a big square tile in between them. X times x is also equal to x squared. 1 times x is just x. So along here, when they meet, you're going to place an x tile. 1 times x is x, and so on along this line. And then here we have x times 1 again, so we're going to continue. And then down here we have 1 times 1, and they meet right here. So we're going to put a 1 tile. 1 times 1 is 1. And then finally 1 times 1 is 1. So at this point, when all of your area is filled up in between the row and the column, you're going to add your tiles up. So we look at our x squared blocks. We have 2 of them. So we know that there's 2x squared. Next, we look at our x tiles. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So plus 7x. And then we look at our single tiles. So we have 1, 2, 3. Plus 3. And what you get as your result ends up being your final answer for this multiplication problem.